Okay, so let's start our session. It's already 8 a.m. So good morning to all of you. I would like to request our today's convener to start the session. Mahin.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to my honorable teacher and my dear fellow friends. I hope you all are doing well. This is Mahin and I am today's class convener. I am welcoming you all to the CSC 103 class. Now our today's class reporter is Zubair. Now I am inviting Zubair to summarize our previous class. Thank you.
Zubair, unmute your microphone. Carry on.
My dear honorable teacher, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. This is the Aminul Islam Jubair. Today I am the reporter of this class. My duty is telling the total summary of previous class. In previous class, we basically started computer concept, which was comprised chapter 1. Now I am narrating in the summary this concept. Firstly, you talked about what is the meaning of generation of computer and time periods, main components of different generations of computer. And finally, characteristics of different generation of computer with some example. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zubair, for your nice summarization. Now, I would like to ask the participants, do you have any question regarding our previous class lecture? If you guys have any question, you can ask. Our honorable sir will help us to know about that topic more. If you guys have any question, you can ask. Okay, thank you. I hope there is no question. Now, I would like to invite our honorable teacher to start our today's class lecture. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mahin, and thank you, Zubair, for your nice session. So let's start our today's session. In today's class, basically we are going to start a new chapter number 2. So in our previous class, as our reporter mentioned that we already completed the first lecture or the first chapter. But now in today's class, I'm going to start the second chapter, and the title of this second chapter is basic hardware.
Basic hardware.
So in our computer system, in the first chapter, we learned inside the computer system, mainly we have two parts. One is hardware, another one is software. So in today's class, we are going to start learning about this hardware part. Okay. So let me share my slide with you. Okay, so can you guys see my lecture slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here you can see it's written here chapter 2 and basic hardware. This is the chapter title. So inside this chapter, we are going to learn about very fundamental hardwares like computer monitor, computer keyboard, computer casing, then computer mouse, power cord. Okay, at first this type of very fundamental hardware we're going to know, we're going to learn about their characteristics, and we're going to learn about their variations, different types of keyboard, different types of mouse, okay, different types of computer monitor, their characteristics, advantages, disadvantages, this type of thing we're going to learn. Then we're going to learn about their functionality as well, what they can do, why we use them, This type of functionality we are going to learn. Then we are going to learn about their architecture, okay, how we can assemble them, okay. Then we're going to learn some other hardware and software technology which are basically underlying contemporary computer based information system, okay. So let's start our today's session with this basic part of computer, parts of computer. So here you can see in total 5 parts are given. Computer case, okay, or computer casing we can say, or computer chassis as well as you can say. Then computer monitor, okay. After that we're going to discuss about computer keyboard, then mouse, and at last we are going to discuss about computer power cord. So let's start with this computer case, okay. So here you can see the explanation and the characteristics and different variation as well given here. So at first, what is computer case? Computer case, also known as, you can call it computer chassis, you can call it tower, you can call it system unit, you can call it cabinet, or you can call it base unit, or simply computer case, okay. They basically mention here different name, but the thing is same, okay. So it contains most of the component of a computer excluding the display, keyboard, and mouse. So if I show you the picture, then the concept will be much more clear to you. Let me show you the picture. Okay, so these are the picture of computer case, okay, or computer casing, okay, or computer chassis, okay. Different name we can call, but the thing is same. So here they are mentioning that we are basically store, or we are basically keep all the hardwares except display device, keyboard, and mouse, okay. Then case are usually constructed from steel or aluminium, but nowadays we are getting some plastic chassis as well, okay, which basically chassis basically made by plastic, okay, not only steel or aluminium. Also we're getting we're also getting glass even, okay. Nowadays we are getting some chassis which basically made by glass or plastic even, okay. Then case can made in different in many different size, okay. Mainly we have two types of computer chassis. One is vertical tower. First type is vertical tower, and second type is flat desktop. So from the name you can easily understand what should be the characteristics of this vertical tower, okay. Vertical tower, basically height should be more than width. So
Right.
right, so if I show you the picture of this vertical tower, then you can easily understand it. Okay, all right, I'm showing the picture again. Okay, so here you can see the vertical tower, okay. Here height is more, isn't it, than the width, okay. That is the thing, okay. So this is the main characteristics, and usually basically we use this we use this type of computer case to sit on the floor, okay. That is the main characteristics of this vertical tower. On the other hand, uh, in flat desktop, the opposite one, height is basically less, okay. And they are mentioning that it's look like pizza box, okay, designed to sit on the desk under the computer monitor, okay. Again, if you see the picture, then you will get some idea, okay. So this is the picture, flat desktop computer case, okay. It's look like pizza box, and in sometimes it basically attached with the computer monitor to save your
Monitor.
space, okay, right. So this is the main characteristics of this vertical tower and flat desktop. Now they are saying that computer case usually include steel metal enclosures for a power supply unit and drive base, as well as a rear panel that can accommodated peripheral connectors from the motherboard and expansion slot. Okay, let me show you the picture. So basically inside this computer case, you will get drive bay. This is called basically drive bay. This part, you can see this part, drive bay we have here. Okay, so inside this drive bay we can insert your CD-ROM or DVD-ROM or hard disk. Okay, this type of thing you can insert in this drive bay. Then in this back side we have a power supply unit. Okay, in the back side we have a power supply unit. In your next class I'm going to show you real computer casing, and I'm going to display what we have inside this computer computer casing. Okay, but in today's class try to just imagine in this back side we have a power supply unit. Okay, and here we have basically drive base. Okay, and in the back side you will find out number of different types of connector. Okay, different types of port like USB port, SATA port, PATA port. Okay, VGA port, HDMI port, different types of port you are going to get in the back side. As well as in the front side, you're going to get some audio port, you're going to get some audio in, audio out, 2 ports, then number of USB port. Okay, that is the thing you're going to get inside this computer case. Then in the next point, they are basically mentioning most case also have a power button or switch. In the front side, you will get the power button. By pressing that power button, you can boot your computer or you can reboot your computer. Boot means nothing but start or restart. Okay, and you will also get some LED lights, which light basically indicates basically what? Power status, whether your computer is open or not. Okay, or network activity. Suppose if you connect your desktop with what should I say, broadband cable or Ethernet cable, on that time you will find out some that LED light basically indicating that you are connected with the with your network. So some cases include built-in I/O ports, like already you have this I/O port with your computer case, like those I/O port given by the manufacturer. Okay, so built-in means given by the manufacturer. You need not to attach it separately. You need not to purchase, and you need not to attach those ports separately. Okay, such as USB and headphone ports on the front of the case. Okay, as I already mentioned, in the front side you will get number of ports like audio in, audio out, then number of USB port, and you need not to purchase it. Automatically those things are given by the manufacturer with your computer case. So I think now you have idea about this computer case. Okay, here they are basically mentioning we can call this computer case by using different name. Okay, first point, they're basically mentioning what we have in the computer case. Okay, we have motherboard, we have power supply unit, we have RAM, we have hard disk. Okay, we have a number of expansion slots. Okay, if I show the picture, then again you can understand. Okay, so this is the motherboard, picture of motherboard, and here you can see number of slot. Okay, expansion slot. In this expansion slot you can add audio card, video card, TV card, graphics card. Okay, you can add this type of card. Okay, in this expansion slot. Okay, as well as we have number of ports inside this computer casing, but we do not have this display device like monitor, keyboard, and mouse inside the computer case. They are basically mentioning by using which metal we can construct this computer case. Okay, they mention different types of computer case like vertical tower, flat desktop, their characteristics. Then basically some other characteristics they also mention here. Okay, so is that clear to you? What is computer case? Any questions so far regarding computer
Sir,
case?
the point 5.
Point number 5. Okay, 1, 2,
Yes,
3, 4,
sir.
5. Okay, so let me show you the picture again. They are basically mentioning what this computer case. This computer case basically uh, enclose or you can say cover up. Okay, the synonymous word is cover. Okay, cover some sensitive hardware. Okay, it basically cover up some sensitive hardwares. Okay, like as I already mentioned, motherboard, your RAM, your hard disk, your CD-ROM, your CPU, central processing unit, microprocessor. Okay, which components are basically what sensitive components. Those components basically covered by this uh, computer case, and this computer case made by basically steel, plastic, aluminium, or even glass. Okay, that is the thing. Suppose think about some organs of our body. Okay, some organs are very much sensitive. Okay, and if I give you example, like we have heart. Okay, we have lungs. Okay, and I mean, there are some bone basically what covering those sensitive organs. So same way in the computer, we have some sensitive hardwares. Okay, and we are basically keeping those sensitive hardware inside this computer casing. Okay, and this computer casing basically cover up them. It is basically giving them protection. Okay, so they are basically mentioning inside the computer case we have drive bays. Okay, drive bay means this, you can say this is kind of rack. Okay, in the rack we can, i mean uh, we can store some goods in an organized manner. So here also you can insert some hardware like your computer hard disk. Okay, then your CD drive, your DVD drive, your floppy disk. Okay, you can insert this type of hardware. You can organize this type of hardware by using this drive base. Okay, that is the thing. So this is the main concept they're basically trying to illustrate in this point number 5. Okay, as well as you will get let me mark it down. You will get power supply unit inside that casing. Okay, then drive base you will get. Okay, then what some other peripherals, connectors. Okay, like you will get some USB port, you will be get some you will get there some SATA port, PATA port. Okay, whatever, we are going to discuss about this port in the second part of this chapter. Okay, then you will get motherboard. Okay, then you will get some expansion slot on that motherboard. Okay, so this type of thing you are going to get inside the computer casing. Okay, and computer casing basically working as cover. Okay, it will basically cover up the whole thing. Okay, whatever the hardware they are basically mentioning. Okay, I already underlined. Okay, these materials or this hardware basically cover up by this computer casing. So is that clear to you?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, all right. Any more question do you have regarding this computer case? Okay, I guess not.
No, sir.
Now we can move to the next part of this chapter. That is computer monitor. The second hardware we're going to discuss, that is computer monitor. You guys already have idea about this computer monitor. Computer monitor basically one kind of what you can say output device. Okay, it is one kind of output device. Okay, basically it basically show the output, okay, of any function of or any activity. So a monitor or a computer monitor is an electronic visual display for computers. Okay, the monitor includes the display device. Then you inside the computer monitor you will get number of circuits. Okay, and enclosure means you will get a plastic cover. Okay, a plastic cover which basically covering those circuit. Okay, that is the thing. So we have different types of computer monitor. Okay, cathode ray tube, or in short we can call it CRT. Then liquid crystal display, in short we can call it LCD. light emitting diode. In short, we can call it LED. Okay, organic light emitting diode, or in short, we can call it OLED. Okay, so we have four types of monitor: CRT, LCD, LED, and OLED. Okay, so you should have very good idea about them. Okay, now we are going to learn about their characteristics, their advantages, and their disadvantages. Okay, so let's start with this cathode ray tube. Okay, CRT monitor. Do you guys have anyone? Do you guys have this CRT monitor? Anyone nowadays? Or do you guys have any idea about this CRT monitor? How it's look like? Did you ever use this CRT monitor?
No, sir.
Sir, is this the old monitor, the big like TVs before?
Right, right. Okay, correct. Okay.
Yes, sir. We have used
It was
that.
right. It was very big. Okay. Nowadays we are not using this cathode ray tube or CRT anymore. Okay. Uh, except some specific, except serving some specific purpose. Okay. Uh, so let me basically show you the picture first. Then I'm going to discuss. Okay. So this is the picture of CRT monitor. Okay. It's look like old TV, isn't it? Television. Okay, so it was used. Okay, it was very heavy. Okay, so now let me explain some characteristics of this cathode ray tube with some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so this is the uh, first computer monitor. Okay, basically we started basically with this type of computer monitor. Then this is the older CRTs have a rounded spherical or cylindrical shape screen, whereas newer CRT have a flat screen. Okay, so what they're saying, okay, I mean which CRTs are old one, okay, you will get some curve. Okay, you will get, I mean, one curve, okay, on the screen. But which CRTs are, I mean, newer version, okay, you will not get this curve. You will get the flat screen. Okay, no curve shape. Okay, that is the thing. It's two side. Okay, right. And they are basically mentioning some advantages of this cathode ray tube. First advantage they are mentioning here. What is the first advantage? Can anyone read it? Any of you, please read it.
Fast response times and no motion artifacts.
Artifacts.
Works
Right.
best for rapidly moving or charging images.
Changing images.
Changing images.
All right, thank you. So what they are mentioning, by using this monitor, we can capture very rapid moving. Okay, that is the thing. Which thing basically moving very rapidly. Okay, we can easily track those. Okay, that's why they're basically mentioning here what fast response time. Okay, fast response time and no motion artifacts. Okay, so it basically visualize the rapidly moving object very clearly. Okay, this is the first advantage. That's why in some cases, okay, in many cases, many cases, you will get this computer monitor with your CCTV camera. Okay, by using CCTV camera, you can capture some moving object, isn't it? To display those moving objects, okay, to capture, I mean, to visualize this moving object, most of the time we are using basically what? Cathode ray tube. Okay, that is the thing. Then, okay, it has basically highest pixel resolution. You can see here another advantage. Okay, then well operated at any resolution, it can work. Okay, then geometry or aspect ratio without having to adjust the image. Okay, that means this cathode ray tube, it basically display any image. Okay, so in high basically pixel resolution. Okay, pixel means basically number of dot in a specific area, in a specific region. Okay, that is the thing. So if the number of pixel increase, then we can, I mean, we can basically view the picture more clearly. That is the main advantage. Okay, it can also give this one, okay, this advantage. Then viewable from almost every angle. Okay, you can get the clear image, okay, by standing, okay, in different angle, okay, in terms with your computer monitor. Okay, that is the thing. Viewable from almost every angle, not only from the front side. Okay, even if you move left or if you move right, okay, then you also get the clear vision. Okay, then best for application that acquire a very accurate color. This is important. Accurate color and grayscale calibration. Okay, when you need more accurate color, on that time you can use this cathode ray tube. That's why even nowadays, basically, we are using this cathode ray tube computer monitor with what that thing called. Uh, okay, so sometimes we basically do ultrasonogram, isn't it? Okay, in medical we basically do this type of thing, ultrasonogram. So when basically they show the ultrasonogram picture, okay, or image, on that time they use basically what? Cathode ray tube. Okay, cathode ray tube computer monitor to get accurate picture, okay, to get accurate color. Okay, that is the thing. Then the last one is less expensive. Definitely this one is less expensive than others. Like if you compare with LCD or LED or OLED, this one is much more cheaper nowadays. Right. Okay. So this is the advantages. Okay. Then we know that there is no unmixed blessing in the world, isn't it? Okay. So that means if something has advantages, then definitely that thing has disadvantages as well. So let me explain what are the disadvantages we have. First disadvantage they're mentioning here. This one is bright, fairly bright, but not as bright as LCD. Okay. They are basically mentioning here highest pixel. Okay, that's why this one is bright, but not as bright as LCD. That's why it can hamper your eyesight. Okay, if you work by using this computer monitor for a long time, it can hamper your eyesight. It can make your eyesight blur. Okay, right. Then use more power and produce more heat. As the size is big, okay, what it will do? It will consume more electricity, and as it consume more electricity, what it will do? It will produce more power.
More
That's
heat.
why the lifetime of this computer monitor is not, I mean, so long. Okay, this is another disadvantage. Then another one, the last one they are mentioning here, larger and heavier. Okay, and it takes basically what? More space. Okay,
Space.
more space than the LCD or LED or OLED.
LED.
That is the thing.
LED.
Am I clear to you? Main characteristics,
Yeah.
advantages,
Yes, sir.
and disadvantages
Disadvantages.
LCD CRT computer monitor. Any questions so far? Okay, I guess not. If you have, then raise your question. Do not hide yourself. Don't feel shy to ask question. Okay. Now the second one, LCD computer monitor. In LCD, okay, let me show you the picture first. Then you can relate, okay, the things. So here you can see the picture, isn't it? Okay. This is actually LCD computer monitor. Okay, nowadays we are using, most of the cases we are using LCD or LED computer monitor. So this is the LCD. Now some characteristics given here, some okay, features are given here. So the primary use of LCD technology as computer monitor was in laptop. You understand? We use this computer monitor, okay, with our laptop, okay, to minimize the space. Where the lower power consumption, so they're basically mentioning what this LCD consume less power, okay, and lighter in weight, okay. not that much heavier, okay, and smaller physical size. Okay, it take less space. Okay, and as it is basically giving these facilities, so its price basically high if you compare with CRT computer monitor. Okay, so these are the main characteristics of this LCD computer monitor. Okay, now you already have idea about the advantages, though they mention 4 points also here. So basically it can produce very bright image. Okay, very bright image it can produce. Okay, then energy efficient, it basically consume less power. If you compare with CRT, then it basically consume 1/3 power of CRT computer monitor, 1/3 power. Okay, and it can save your space. Okay, it can save 40% space, okay, on your desk. Okay, that is the thing. It basically thin and compact. Okay, and completely flat screen. Okay, no curve shape you will get here. It is completely flat. Okay, and some disadvantages also we have with this liquid crystal display. What is the first one? Restricted viewing angle. Okay, uh, so in your CRT monitor, we do not have this restriction. From any angle, you can get the clear vision. But this LCD, it has some limitation. What is the limitation? Restricted viewing angle. Okay, viewing angle affect the brightness, contrast, and colors shown. Okay, that means if you change your angle, okay, with your computer monitor, then it might change the brightness, it might change the contrast of the picture, or you might get different color. Okay, that is the problem here. Then expensive. Okay, if you consider with CRT, then this one is definitely expensive, and lower contrast than CRT. Okay, that means CRT can display accurate color. Okay, but in some cases your LCD will not be able to display accurate color, though it can display bright image. Okay, that is the thing, brighter image than the CRT computer monitor. Okay, so do you have any questions so far regarding this LCD computer monitor?
No,
LCD?
sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, and now what type of question you might get from this part? Okay, so you might get question like that: write short note on CRT, write short note on LCD, or what is the main difference in between LCD and LED computer monitor?
LED,
Okay, you have to
CRT and LCD.
differentiate. Okay, that is the thing. All right. So now the next one, okay, LED. Okay, nowadays we are basically most of the cases we are basically using this one, LED computer monitor. Okay, and let me show you the picture again. Okay. It's basically look like your CRT computer monitor. Sorry, not CRT, LCD computer monitor. Okay, from outside, it is basically tough to distinguish. Okay, in between this LCD and LED computer monitor, because their physical structure basically same. Okay,
Same.
on the computer monitor you can find out the, find out it's written that it is LCD or it is LED. Okay, that is the thing. Otherwise it is basically tough to understand which one is LCD, which one is LED by showing by seeing only the physical structure. Okay, but their working mechanism is totally different. Okay, there is a huge difference in between this LCD and LED working mechanism. So basically LED is not a single display device. LED is not a single display device. Whatever the computer monitor we already discussed, that means CRT or LCD, CRT or LCD, they basically work as a unit. Okay, but this LED, this is not a single unit. Okay, inside this computer monitor you will get, let me show you the picture. Inside this LED monitor you will get number of LED bulb. Okay, this is not a single LED. Inside this display you will get number of LED light. Let me basically show you. So here basically number of LED light like this. Okay, in this way number of LED light we have. Okay, the whole screen is basically we have number of LED light. Okay, that is the thing. And basically they are working together as a single unit. Okay, all the LED light basically working as a single display device. Okay, single display unit. Okay, that is the thing. Now if I discuss, then you will be able to understand easily. So an LED display is a flat panel display which utilize as an array of light emitting diodes as a video display. They are basically mentioning here one term, array of light emitting diodes. Okay, array of means it is basically series, one after another. Okay, number of LED bulb we have one after another. Okay, and as a whole they are basically playing role as a single display device. Okay, an LED panel is a little display or a component of a larger display. As I already mentioned, a single LED, what it might be a part of a large display device. Okay, and where basically we use this LED display. Okay, we can use this LED display to indicate the store sign. Okay, then billboards. Nowadays we have we can see some electric billboard. Okay, specifically I saw one billboard. Okay, in Shahabag. Okay, in Shahabag more. Okay, you will get LED display, isn't it? Okay, there basically you will get one display like TV. Okay, television. Okay, that is actually what LED display. Okay, in recent years have also become commonly used. Okay, so you can show any sign like traffic signal. Okay, to display different traffic signal. Okay, red traffic signal. We are also using this type of LED display. Okay, public transportation. In public transportation, we are using this LED display. Okay, on transparent glass. Okay, especially in the airport, you might see this type of LED display. Okay, that is the thing. Or even think about your stadium. Okay, stadium. Okay, in stadium there is a very large scoreboard. Okay, nowadays we have very large scoreboard, and that display basically what? LED display. Okay, number of small bulbs we have there. Okay, LED bulb we have there, and all of them basically working as what? A single display device, display unit. Okay, that is the. So this is the main characteristics of this LED display. Okay, LED computer monitor. Is that clear to you? Any questions so far
Yes, sir.
regarding this LED? I think it's very clear. Okay, it's very easy to understand. Okay, right. And the last one I would like to discuss, that is OLED. That is so this one is improved version. Okay, this one is more improved version of this LED. So LED, it has some limitation. If I work in front of the LED monitor for a long time, okay, on that time it might also hamper my eyesight. Okay, it might also blur my eyesight. Okay, that is the thing. But OLED, that means organic LED, it basically save your eyesight. Okay, as well as it basically consume less power. Okay, than other computer monitor. So organic LED diode, I mean light emitting diode of a monitor provide higher contrast and better viewing angle than the LCD. Okay, they require more power when display documents with white or bright background. Okay, they consume less power, but when they display bright image or white image on that time, I mean they basically consume little bit more power, okay, than the other computer monitor. It has some limitation. This is the limitation, okay. And if you consider the price is very high. They basically mention here one statistics, that is in 2011 a 25-inch or 64 centimeter OLED monitor cost, you can see the price, $7,500, okay, but the price are expected to fall, okay. Let me show you the picture, then you can easily understand why the price is too high. Okay, so this is the picture of OLED, okay. You can see here, this is, look more smarter than the other display device, okay, so far we discussed. And you can see how thin this one is, isn't it, this picture, okay, right. So that's all about these 4 types of computer monitor, okay. uh, so we discuss about this CRT, we discuss about this LCD, we discuss about LED, and at last we discuss about OLED. So so far any question regarding this computer monitor?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. So that's all about our today's session. In today's session, let me recap the whole thing. In today's session, basically we discuss about 2 hardwares.
Computer
We discuss about computer case, right? Computer case, okay. Computer case, we can call this computer case, okay, by using different name: computer chassis, tower, computer casing, okay. Then we have different types of computer casing, okay, flat and vertical tower, okay. Then we learn we can make this computer casing by using plastic, aluminium, glass, okay. Then we can basically inside this computer casing we have number of computer hardware, like we have motherboard, we have a computer hard disk, we have RAM, we have computer CPU, okay, central processing unit, okay, this type of thing we have. Then we discuss about computer monitor. Computer monitor basically output device or display device. We learn about different types of computer monitor, CRT, LCD, LED, OLED. We basically discuss about their characteristics, advantages. Okay, so that's all about today's class. In our next class, we're going to learn about computer keyboard, computer mouse, computer power cord. Okay, we have different types of computer keyboard. Okay, we have different types of computer mouse. Okay, then we will discuss about the computer power cord. So far any question, any other issue you would like to discuss?
Sir, there is no question, but I would like to tell that in our Google Classroom, the book you provide, there is chapter 2 is not available there.
Okay, all right. So after the class, I'm going to upload this PowerPoint slide as well as my chapter number 2 soft copy. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other issue do you have?
So you have given us the assignment. So when we have to submit it?
Okay, so now I'm thinking that now I'm not going to give you any assignment. Okay, this is your home task. Okay, do it yourself. Okay, and keep it with you as a note. Okay, I'm going to give you assignment.
So
maybe
we don't have to submit it.
No, you need to submit it, but I mean, write down the answer and keep it with you. Okay, that is the thing. This is my strong recommendation.
As a note.
Okay, right, as a note, right.
Yes,
so I am going to give you an assignment maybe after a few class, okay, and that assignment will be a little bit creative one, okay. So I'm going to ask you some creative question and you have to give the answer and you have to submit those answer as assignment, okay. I'm going to give that instruction, okay, after a few class, okay? Not now, but I would like to take one quiz test. I would like to take one quiz test on chapter number 1, okay. So take preparation for that. Go through the whole chapter from your book, as well as go through the whole PowerPoint slide. Okay. So soon I'm going to take a quiz test. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
I'm going to announce the date as soon as possible, maybe in the next class.